I'm Julie Starr, and I'm the president and founder of Buddy's Second Chance Rescue. Welcome to our new show, Buddy's Off the Leash. On this show, you're going to learn all the tips, tricks, and fun things to do with your dog and all the things dog-related in Western New York. Today is our first show, and we're so excited to have you. Today, we are going to introduce Amanda Alford from Alfred's Angels, which is a grooming salon here in Western New York. So, hi, Amanda. Thanks for being on our very first show. We're so excited to have you, and we love working with you. And tell us a little bit about yourself and Alfred's Angels.
Hi, Julie. Thank you so much for having me on to be your first guest on your show. Like, I am honored. I love you. I love all the incredible work that Buddy's is doing in Buffalo and beyond.
Yeah.
So, thank you for having me. So, yes, I'm Amanda Alford. I am the owner and lead groomer at Alfred's Angels Dog Grooming Salon here in Buffalo, New York. My husband and I, we run the business together, so it's truly a family-owned business. I'm a mom of 5 beautiful children. They're my world, so you'll often see them with me or at the salon or just along for whatever adventure that I'm on. I've been a dog groomer for over 13 years now. Dogs are a huge part of my life. At home, I do have 4 dogs. Well, 3 right now, but 4, because this is my OG Mulan. So she's been with me since I started grooming. And then, so yeah, I have a full house. It's full of energy, full of love, full of loudness and fur, but I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Chaotic, but a fun chaotic.
A fun chaotic, love it. And then, so outside of the salon, I really do enjoy giving back to the community. I love being involved with our local nonprofits, like our dog rescues or our nonprofits that are just helping families in Buffalo. And then my husband, he runs a youth basketball program on the weekend, so I'm helping with that. So just like all around, I'm just like a sports mom, small business owner. I love being in the community. Just keeps me very busy, but I love it. And I would just say at the heart of it all, yeah, I'm just a mom who loves dogs. I love people, and I love making genuine connections. And dog grooming and Alfred's Angels allows me to do that every single day.
You guys are definitely in the community. Every weekend you're out doing stuff with non-for-profits, and I know you guys are on a couple board of directors for other local non-for-profits, and that's huge. You guys, I don't know how you find time to do it with your beautiful children and your job. What inspired you to start Alfred's Angels?
Yeah, so animals, I've always loved animals my whole entire life. Growing up, I actually thought I was going to be a veterinarian just because I loved the animals.
Same, but I didn't want to go to school.
So I started my college journey to go down that path, but I quickly realized, the medical side of things and the sad part of the job, it just wasn't the right fit for me.
I agree.
So I found myself in a grooming salon, and I fell in love with grooming immediately. It was that hands-on I wanted to do with the dogs. I was caring for them, making them look cute, feel good. But I did find not every dog did well in that setting. Yeah. Some settings were not positive for the dogs. I found that the energy in the salon, really mattered for most pups. And so I would often come home and tell my husband, if I could do it, I would do it differently. I feel like this is how we should be doing it for the dogs to make it a better experience, make it more positive. And then he was the one to encourage me. He said, why don't you just put all those ideas and make it into a real business?
That's awesome.
So that's what we did after a lot of experience, a lot of planning, a lot of dreaming, a lot of lifing. We opened up our salon in 2019 here in Buffalo in Kenmore.
Yep.
So, and we've been there ever since. I think we're coming up on our 7-year anniversary this summer.
That's amazing.
And our mission has been very simple from the start, which was making grooming a positive experience.
And that's fantastic, because you do a lot of grooming with the local rescues, especially Buddy's in particular. We bring you dogs that are coming right from the shelter floor, because they're in such rough shape, they're matted, they're in pain. So you take the time with them, and you know that they're coming from these situations, and you have the compassion to make them feel comfortable while they're getting groomed, so that they're not even more scared than they already were.
Yeah, and that's big, because a lot of salons are not equipped to handle that. And most rescue dogs, they are coming from that situation where they're just fearful of grooming. So
and we want them all to look beautiful. We want them to get their forever homes and look their best. And I will say, you touched on something, with your husband, with DeLeon, how supportive he was and encouraged you. And I just want to put in there from personal experience, having a supportive spouse makes all the difference in the world.
Oh my gosh.
It can either make or break you as a business owner, and it gives you such capability to be able to expand on your dreams and do what you need to do.
Yeah, and now he's like this total,
Business
dog
person.
dad, like loving all the dogs. Like, he didn't grow up that way,
Yeah.
so now he's just like full all about dogs as well. So I just
Fantastic.
love it. The kids, we're just a
It's
dog
a family thing, and it
It's a
has
family
to be.
thing.
It makes it special. So, what services do you offer specifically at Alford's Angels?
Yeah. So we offer full service grooming for all breeds, all temperaments. So we offer bathing, haircuts, nail trimming. We also offer ear cleaning, teeth brushing, anal gland expression, de-shedding treatments, and that skin and coat care.
Yeah.
So all across the board. But I think what makes our salon a little bit more unique is that we are handling or caring for a lot of dogs that don't like the grooming experience or have had a bad situation. So our salon, yes, it is always like goals to make the dog look cute and beautiful. But in our salon, I feel like care and comfort comes first for the dog.
100%.
We wanna get to know the dog and know what works best. How can we make this experience a positive one, or at least, not so scary for the dog. So we really focus on making them feel safe, I feel.
And I think that's huge for us too, because we're putting our trust in you to take care of the dogs and have that positive experience for them, because that's going to now go forward for when they do get adopted. They go into the forever homes and they do require grooming on a regular basis. Coming to you is that first experience. You want it to be a positive one, so that going forward they don't have that scary feeling like when they're going into the salon, like, oh no, I'm not okay with this, where you make it so they enjoy being there.
Yes, and every case is different, and I'm gonna be real. Like, sometimes no matter what you do, like the dog is like, this is not it.
Not
like,
for me.
What is happening?
Yeah.
But we do find like we want to put the time in with the dogs. Like, they're patience. There's some salons that won't give the dog another chance, or that third chance. Maybe it might take the fifth time at the grooming salon for them to turn that corner and be like, okay, they're not trying to kill me.
Yeah. Well, I think you get that experience because you work with the local rescues, that you get that experience of having that patience where, other people might not have that experience. They're used to just working with clients' dogs, where you work with the rescue. So you're used to having those types of dogs that need that little extra tender, loving care, that need that time spent on them, and you're willing to give that to them. So if the first visit isn't perfect, you're not the one to say, hey, they're not welcome back.
Right.
Let's try this again.
Yep.
And I know for a fact that, with some of our dogs, you've been close to being nipped.
Oh,
and,
yes. Day-to-day basis.
But
It's
still,
okay.
and you still don't say, hey, you can't come back. You work with them, you try your best to make them feel comfortable, because you want them to have that positive experience, and you want them going forward to have that experience for the rest of their life.
Exactly. And then, like you said, sometimes it just takes time. Like, and it fills my heart when we can get over that bridge or over that hump, or you just see that small change in the dog where it's like, before it was just terrified of water, and now look, okay, little steps.
Yeah.
It's happening to the tub now. Yes.
That's got to give you a feeling of accomplishment.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
It makes
little pride and joy.
it makes it all like just so much more worth it, and it's just like feels so good.
Yeah.
At Alford's Angels, I really feel like, it is so important that for us that we're making sure every dog is comfortable, every dog is given a chance, because some dogs can be very fearful of grooming. So us giving them that chance and not just writing them off if they have a bad day or a bad start, is so important that we're just putting in the time, the care, and learning the dogs. So it's just so important at Alford's Angels that we're giving those dogs a chance, and we're making them comfortable. We're connecting with them and the owner, and we're offering tips to the owner to maybe help the next experience be a better one. So our focus has always been simple, just focusing on the dog's experience, especially with the rescues, just having that patience, kindness, and being understanding is gonna make the biggest difference in your dog's grooming experience. And then just one more important tip I would say is just to be real with yourself, and maybe how busy you may be, or how your dog is outside. Do they like to roll in the mud? Do you have the time for the upkeep in between grooming? Because I would just recommend selecting a hairstyle that really fits your lifestyle and your dog's lifestyle to help keep, easy maintenance, for those busy seasons or time of the year, or maybe finances, whatever the case may be. So just creating a nice schedule combined with a nice style for your pup that really fits, your home. Yeah.
If you would like to utilize Alfred's Angels Grooming Salon, we encourage you to go visit our friends. They're right on Kenmore Avenue in Kenmore, New York, and you can go right to the website, alfredsangels.com. We entrust our rescue dogs with Alfred's Angels, and we know you will too. And now here's a special message from somebody in our community who's pretty well known. Here's Thurman and Patty Thomas, who recently adopted their pup, Coach, from right here at Buddy Second Chance Rescue.
Someone I knew Julie, and so I think I reached out with like a question about his brother. And she was like, we'd love to help you. Why don't you come meet the dogs? And that's when she said, I think his name was I think Leo, which is our grandson's name.
So we had to change
She's
that
like, I think
immediately.
Leo would be good for your home. And so when I came, I met both of them. I think I met 2 or 3 that day. And he came right to me, and that was, yeah. And he's been right here ever since.
Just like when I met you, you came right to me.
That's the opposite of how it happened. This is Coach. We call him Coachy, and he's our new baby.
He's about, 11 months old? Should be turning 1 in a week or 2. So yeah, he's been a joy to the house.
Yeah, I mean, he loved me right away. He and everybody's like in the house can testify to that. I do feel like he knew I needed him.
Yeah.
And we needed each other, and like it'll make me cry, but we did have like an instant connection, and it's like only grown stronger. And he was very standoffish with Thurman at the beginning. So Thurman kind of had to work for his love, which he's never had to do because dogs have always been so like immediately infatuated with him because he's a dog guy and they've always loved him. So I think it was really special.
Yeah, I was a little, at the beginning, it was tough. I'm not gonna even lie. He didn't want any part of like
any man.
male.
Little Therm had to work too, but Little Therm was so aggressive about it.
He was grabbing him.
Little Therm loved him so much, so he just grabbed him and Coach didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
And within a couple weeks, Coach loved Little Therm.
Yeah.
But all the other men, it's been very slow process. Yeah. But even some of the women in the family, he wasn't crazy. It took time. It made us so happy coming here. One day, one hour visit changed our life.
Yeah, we haven't stopped talking about it.
No.
Because we see it every day.
No, and I'm not even exaggerating. One hour visit here changed our life. We got him, and there's just so much love, like with everybody in the family, and I couldn't say enough about it. And we're so thankful that it's in our community. Thank you.
Thank you, Thurman and Patty, for that amazing message and for supporting rescue and adopting Coach. Now, if you want to know how you can support your local rescues and shelters in your area, here are some things that you can do. One is you can donate unneeded supplies. Maybe you just have some leashes or collars from your old dog laying around. Give them a good wash and then drop them off at your closest shelter or rescue. If you're interested, maybe you have time to volunteer. Most rescues and shelters are always looking for volunteer help, whether it be fostering, whether it be walking the dogs, working at events, or helping with applications to get people approved to adopt the dogs. Another way you can help is by sponsoring an animal. Lots of shelters do sponsor animals, and we do crate sponsors for our organization. So if you want to sponsor an animal, that would be a great way to contribute without having to do fostering or anything like that. Another way is to be a social media advocate. This is as simple as sharing a post, liking or commenting, and showing your friends the local rescues that you support and the dogs that need help in our community to be either adopted or fostered. All right, Amanda, so I'm gonna do a little DIY with you today.
Okay.
So this is something fun we learned in the rescue that helps with dogs that are overstimulated, who are coming from scary situations. This kind of helps soothe them. People don't know that the licking sensation of the different grooves on lick mats will help calm them. And this is also a great tool for when you're grooming. So if your dog is nervous getting their nails done, you can use this tip. It's got suction cups, so you can put it in the bathroom when they're getting their bath. So this is called a lick mat. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some pet-friendly foods and we're gonna put them on the mat. So right there you have that is peanut butter and banana.
Okay.
And we're gonna spread it real good on 2 sides of the mat. And Mulan's
like,
she's ready.
Yeah,
Mulan's
she's ready.
She's like, I don't know how long I gotta wait for this.
She's being a pretty good girl right now.
And this is obviously not something you want to give your dog every day because it's more of a treat.
Yes.
But this is definitely helpful for those dogs who have higher anxiety and need a way to kind of get out some of those feelings they have and the stress they have, you know, because walking and physical exercise can only do so much for a dog. They do need some mental stimulation, so toys are a great way to help them with that. And then on the other corners, we're gonna put a non-fat yogurt.
Okay.
Yep, it's a plain non-fat Greek yogurt because that's healthy for dogs. And make sure when you're buying peanut butter, you buy peanut butter with very limited ingredients. You don't want too much salt or sugars in it.
So get that organic
Yep,
peanut
you
butter.
gotta get that organic. And some pet stores even offer like a dog-style peanut butter. Yep. And bananas are great for dogs. Make sure you're always doing your research though, and making sure you're not giving your dogs any kind of fruit or vegetable that is not healthy for them. I will say from personal experience that my dog Peter decided to eat a whole charcuterie board on Christmas night and it had grapes on it. And grapes are very toxic to dogs.
Yes.
People don't know that. So yeah, we had to get him right to the emergency room.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you, Peter, for ruining Christmas.
Peter.
Peter. And then on top of the yogurt, we're gonna put some organic blueberries.
Nice.
Only the best for our dogs.
Only the
That's
best.
right. And you can have fun with this. You can do all kinds of things. You can get a bone broth, a low salt bone broth, and you can freeze that and put shredded chicken in it. You can do it with apples and strawberries. There are all different ways. You can go right on the internet and look it up, but there's all kinds of different things you can do to create these lick mats, and a lot of fun for your dog, especially in the summer, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna put that in the freezer so it gets cold and hardens, so it takes them longer to eat and chew it.
This is such a great tip. Like I have one customer at my salon. She owns a Frenchie.
Yep.
And he does not like his nails done. And you know, we would used to wrestle him. He was like a ninja, would kick off us, and then all of a sudden one day she was like, I have a lick mat with peanut butter. Can we try this? And so from that day on, I do his nails. She stands at the table with the lick mat and he licks the peanut butter. I have not tried this in a tub yet, but I'm very excited to because I didn't even think about that.
The suction cups will keep them, it'll keep them focused on that. And not only that, but they're enjoying themselves and they're getting a tasty treat while they're getting groomed. So you're kind of rewarding them, you know, for the good behavior of allowing the grooming also.
True.
So we're gonna show you what the finished product looks like.
Alrighty.
So we've got a couple finished products here, and this is Chenille, and Chenille is actually one of our adoptable puppies. She just came up to us from Laredo, Texas on Saturday, and she's ready to enjoy her lick mat, and we can show you Mulan's enjoying hers, how much they love this treat.
Yeah.
And Mulan's is frozen. Hers was in the freezer, so it's gonna take her a little bit longer. And think of how nice it'll be in the winter when it's hot and they're outside, you know, a little frosty treat for them.
Hopefully in the summer when it's hot. But we never, it might be winter. We don't
never know in Buffalo. We never know. But yeah, so Chenille's going to be available for adoption coming up here soon. And this is, you know, kind of what we do here at Buddies. We save dogs and we want to make sure that they get the enrichment that is needed. And we are so happy that you joined us today on our very first episode of Buddies Off the Leash.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here, Amanda. We love you. We love working with you. We love all that you and your family do for the community. You're such a huge part of that. And we enjoy all the time we get to spend with you.
Well, thank you so much for having me. This was an absolute pleasure and honor, and looking forward to everything we have coming in the future. So,
absolutely, honey. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us today on Buddies Off the Leash. It was our very first episode. We had a great time. We look forward to you joining us for our next episode with more tips, tricks, and fun around Western New York with our local dogs. If you are interested in how you can help Buddies Second Chance Rescue, you can go right to our website, buddiesrescue.org. We're always looking for help with volunteering, fostering, and things to do around the community to help get our dogs adopted. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you soon.